this webinar is interactive. So don't go away, don't sleep. You will be asked from on the first slide to participate, because we are going to talk about how to invest in yourself, how to invest in your network, and how to invest in society. And before we do that, the first slide I want to show you is my question to you, if you are ready for this. Because if you are not ready, then it is difficult to proceed with the webinar. But if you want to develop yourself, if you can say yes to this, if you want to invest in yourself and to prepare for the future, if you want to transform your career and your life, then this webinar as UNICAF will be a life-changing event and experience, and this will be for you. So my first question to you is to make a little SWOT, just one sentence about yourself. It does not take a lot of time, but go deep into yourself and ask yourself, what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What are my opportunities? And what are my threats? And when you are ready, then please raise your hand and share this with us. And Nicola will unmute you, and we are listening, and we are very excited to hear what you have to say. So do we have anybody who wants to share about strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats from the audience, please?
Hello.
There's nobody. They all have gone for, Galaxy A51 raised the hand. That's good. So Galaxy, can we hear from you?
Yes, hello Galaxy.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear us?
Good morning.
I'm hearing you. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Good morning.
Perfect. Good morning. What's your real name besides Galaxy?
Hi, hi, Dr. Sarat. Nice to see you. I thought that I wrote my name. I'm Ababa from Ethiopia.
Abuba. Okay. Very nice.
Ababa. I'm Ababa from Ethiopia, one of your students.
Oh, no, really? Oh, I'm so happy. Wow, that is wonderful.
You know me while I was in Zimbabwe, now I'm to Ethiopia.
Okay.
Great. So I'm very much inspired and very much happy with this opportunity. Thank you for UNICAF. So just to answer my question, my strength is just to understand the context. When I say the context, the things are changing, the world is changing, and then I understand I have to change myself. So this is something which I have understood or analyze the context. But the weakness is, I'm not proactively respond to the situation that I found as strength. I think the opportunity is now, since now the world is in a very competitive environment, there is a lot of challenges. All of those challenges and the competitive will give you a kind of, it might ignite some kind of thinking. How can you respond to the situation? So there are a lot of opportunities, but the threat is I might not get the right type of support from the colleague whom I'm working with.
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very nice. I'm writing that down so that I have it present for later. Buba, thank you very much. This is very important to write that down. So write it down for yourself and rework it every day. So adapt it to the life-changing situation. Thank you very much, Buba. Do we have anybody else who wants to share?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, if anybody else would like to share, if you just raise your hand and I can unmute you and you can speak to us, share your thoughts. Galaxy still got his hand raised. Anybody
Nobody else? No?
Okay, we'll move on and they can answer later on. Oh,
Yeah.
we have one. Oh, Esnart, hello.
Esna, please, can we hear?
Hello, Esnart, can you hear us?
I can you hear me?
Hello, welcome.
Thank you very much. Yes, so I was saying that one of my strengths
It's
is
very difficult to hear you, Esnar. I have difficulties to understand. Maybe speak directly into the microphone because I cannot hear you.
okay, just a minute. Are you able to hear me now?
I cannot hear you better. No, I cannot hear. How is it with you, Nicola? Can you hear her?
Not very clearly.
Mm-hmm. If you speak directly in the microphone, Esna, please.
Are you able to hear me now?
Better.
Is that clear?
So please talk to us. Tell us.
Are you able to hear me now?
Very difficult. Maybe I proceed with the presentation and you try to put on the headphones. So that's better than to speak to the Can you hear us now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Do you have headsets instead of speaking directly to the computer?
I think she is gone.
Okay. So I will proceed with the presentation. Okay. Okay. So next slide is the 3 steps to self-development, as said in the introduction, is first, you invest in yourself. Second, you invest in your network. And third, you invest in society. So how can this be done? How to invest in yourself? This is also a question I would like to ask the audience. And also Buba, if he wants to answer again, I would be very happy. So how can you invest in yourself?
Yep, if you'd just like to raise your hands or respond in the Q&A.
Yes, I think, are you hearing me now?
Yes, hello.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, so I'm investing in myself in different ways. The first one is, I'm investing on my day-to-day. I'm learning from my day-to-day activity in my day-to-day interaction with the groups, with the people who I'm working with. So that gave me an opportunity to learn. The second one is that I'm investing on myself on building or increasing or improving my academic. For example, I'm attending right now with UNICAF. That is one of my investment to grow myself. And at the same time, I'm investing on myself by reading new updates and just that, and then contextualize that updates or apply that updates in my day-to-day work. So there are a lot of things which I'm investing on myself, learning from others, attending the schools, reading books, and just at the same time in learning from my limitation and mistakes.
This is very good, the limitations and mistakes, to learn from them. So can you explain that more, maybe?
Hello.
Uba? We cannot hear him anymore.
No. Okay, we'll go over to Ahmed. Ahmed, hello.
Yes, hello.
Hello, Ahmed. Thank you for participating.
Okay, thank you for giving this an opportunity. Or I would like to appreciate by the UNICAF team and also the facilitator, Dr. Sula. And eventually this question, I think we are process of investing ourselves by means of gaining new and skills like this training. Therefore, the process of investing myself is to learn more to like now I'm an student by the UNICAF University, or I'm preparing my master of organizational psychology, and also that means it's a part of investing myself in order to first to build myself, my capabilities of when it comes to speaking, when it comes to critical thinking, when it comes to researching, and like so. And then first, it's the first thing you need to invest yourself and to build itself first yourself. Then you can transmit your education, your skills, your talents to the others, and that's I think is a very important issue, and I really like to appreciate for your presentation on this one.
Ahmed, where are you from, please? What country?
Just my name is full name is Ahmed Ahmed. I'm from Somalia. I'm in Garowe from Somalia, and also I'm a student from UNICAF. Was learning, was no finalizing by the Master of Organizational Psychology.
Ah, okay, very good, very good. But I'm not your tutor.
Yeah, I don't know. Yes,
Not yet. No. Okay, no. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Very good. Okay, that's very interesting. Thank you very much. Do we have anybody else? Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Very
thank you very
interesting.
much, Ahmed. We will go over to Dennis.
Good
Hello.
morning, Dennis.
Thank you very much. I am Dennis Mukundi. I'm from Kenya.
Good morning.
Good afternoon here.
Good afternoon here.
It's a good afternoon here. Okay, thank you so much. So I'll go straight to my point.
Yes, please.
I would like to agree with what the first two participants have said, and maybe to add more. I can invest in myself when I do the professional development courses, that is apart from my career, and also about learning from my mistakes. I think every day comes with an opportunity, and therefore it gives me a chance to invest more in myself apart from what I am doing. Like in my career line, there is general knowledge that I need to have. In fact, if you look at the three aspects that you have given us, how to invest in yourself, in your network, and in your society, there is so much information that is shared outside there that can give you a hint on how to go about different matters in as far as investing, in as far as self-development is concerned. So that is my point. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dennis. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Dennis. And we just have one more off Anderson. Hello, Anderson.
So can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you so
Anderson.
much.
Where are you
this.
from? Where are you from?
This is Anderson from Zambia.
Hello, Anderson from Zambia. Welcome.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. This is a wonderful platform that you guys have really, created to, help us identify and then also widely learn, self-development. And then thank you for the question. And then, first thing first, personally, the most important thing that I first look at is time.
Yes.
Time is very important, and I also have, because time also gives me so much things to do, and then also how many things do I have to take care of when, and also it gives me so much, ways to program how I should plan. And then that's really something that, that's been looking at in a very, very long time. So professionally, I'm a hairdresser. So it has, self-development and then looking at how I'm going to achieve that and how I'm planning to achieve it. It's really something that has really been a little bit difficult lately because, the world is moving and then there's really, really so much change. And then also together with what has been happening. So to some of us, we've been stuck at some certain point. So we're looking forward to learn more from you guys on how we can be that and then also trying to move along with whatever that is happening now. Thank you.
Thank you, Well. Thank you very much. So I'm going to move on, and I just see in the list of the attendants that Abibi from Ethiopia is also among us, and it would be my pleasure and honor if he would participate later and we could hear from him. He is also one of my doctoral students. So, okay, so how can I invest in myself? And I would like to share some of my ideas, just some. Have a positive attitude in general. I mean, most of the points the participants already told themselves. So be kind to yourself. And then the best is to discuss your ideas with friends and family, just like we do here during the webinar. This is a wonderful occasion to discuss and to invest in yourself, to talk about your ideas, and then discover your competitive advantages. That's why we had written the SWOT analysis of yourself. And maybe you should rewrite it every day. So what are your assets, your aspirations, the market realities, the SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. And then develop your skills, as we heard before, and be healthy, good exercise, sleep, and of course, laugh. As long as we can still laugh about ourselves, we are still in a good shape. Some more ideas. And then also invest, of course, in your skills and take intelligent risks. It's good to take intelligent risks, not all the risks, but some are intelligent. Then prepare for change and also look out for the opportunities and take them. As we heard every day from Dennis from Kenya, every day comes with opportunity. So take them. Be open-minded for those opportunities, because if you are not open-minded for the opportunities, then you will not take them. Plan ahead and plan your career. Plan also your private life. Not only the professional life, but also the private life needs to be planned. And then stop doing what everybody else does. Step out of the already walked ways and walk a different way. Of course, never give up. Even in difficult times like we are here now in, never give up and break new grounds. As I just said, don't always walk the ways that everybody has already taken. So this is about investing in yourself. That was the first step. And now we are going to talk about how to invest in your network. And this is where we are going to hear from you. What are your strategies, your ideas, how to invest in your network? What are you doing? And Nicola, we can hear.
Yes, would anyone like to speak? Can we raise a few hands? Hello, we have Peter. Peter, hello.
Peter, can you hear us? Can we hear you?
Hello, Peter.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Peter.
So, hello, Herman. How are you?
Good, thank you for participating. Where are you from?
Peter, I'm calling from Uganda, Kampala.
Wonderful. So,
Okay.
how do you invest in your network, Peter?
I look at this question in quite a very broad way.
Yes.
I look at investing in my network through riding on my aspects of my strength. In this way, I'm looking at sharing out with colleagues on in where I feel I'm strong at, in terms of knowledge, in terms of skill, in terms of name it all. And I look at aspects like platforms like the webinars, like what I'm doing now. If I can raise my hand and share knowledge of what I think I can do. I'm
This
looking
is
at in that
fantastic,
way.
exactly. Yes.
In investing in my network. And then the other could be in aspects of late, I've taken up the drive of joining the LinkedIn, yeah. And that website on LinkedIn, there's so much knowledge in there where you can make contributions to someone's ideas and suggestions. In so doing, I'm looking at that as investing in my network as well.
Yes, and
For now, that's what I can say.
yes, Peter, and it also needs a lot of courage to speak up in such a webinar, and I honor your courage to do so. So thank you very much.
Welcome.
Yes, thank you very much, Peter. And we just have time for Dennis as well. Hello, Dennis.
Hello.
Yes,
Thank you
again.
again. Yeah, thank you again for this opportunity. Okay, apart from what Peter has mentioned in regards to LinkedIn, I think the most important thing is to learn about interpersonal skills, because if you don't have interpersonal skills, I personally think that it will be very hard for you to get a network of people who are like-minded like you. So I think it is something that is of essence for you to have interpersonal skills. Then you can also join different associations that are related to your line of profession. We have different professions which have different associations. And then we also have those conferences or events that you can really invest in. And you have also mentioned about the private life, which I think most people disregard nowadays. But I think in those events, for example, if it is a sporting event, you can get very good networks from such events, because nowadays people tend to only focus on their professional life and they forget their private life. So in your private life, one of the things that you really need to look at is just having time to relax and have fun. And it can be in very different ways, and you can meet a lot of people whom you share the same strengths or ideas with. Thank you.
Thank
This
you,
is very
Dennis.
interesting, Dennis, what you say, because as Nicola said in the introduction about myself, is that I'm also a sports teacher. And most people know me because I'm their sports instructor, doing fitness, aerobics, running, bicycling. And we have fun. Exactly, we have fun. We relax. We do a lot of sports together, and we meet a lot of interesting people in the sports events. Yeah, that's a really good point you have there, Dennis. Do we have anybody else, Nicola?
I think we should continue.
Yes, we continue.
Yeah.
So this is what I had to say for my part, that the best people have the best networks. Ha, very simple, but not so simple indeed. So choose your friends wisely, yeah, and then decide where you want to live and where you want to work. This is not so easy, but it is worth a reflection. And then also select your social media wisely and decide how much time you want to spend on them. In other webinars, we heard that a lot of people spend or waste a lot of time on social media. So don't waste your time. Huh? Don't waste your time, but use it wisely. So if you have no other comments to how to invest in your network, oh, we see 2 hands up. Nicola, can we see these people?
Yes, I will put Galaxy back on.
Sorry.
Yes,
Hello.
Buba?
Sorry, it's me. I don't know why it is coming. It's above again. I have to change this name.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's coming. Okay. I think for me, when it comes to investing on the network, you have to make sure that you are in the right network. There are a lot of networks, but all of the network doesn't mean that they are necessary for you. So you have to invest and you have to make sure that you are in the right network. And again, you have to focus on the right people with the network who will be really a game changer, who will be very supportive within the network. So that's the most important thing. What are the win-win situation? As you are interacting with the network, you have something to give, and again, you have something to gain out of that. So whatever you are interacting or investing in the network, it should be based on the win-win situation. That means you have to give first before you receive. That means you just give something, what's expecting from you as a member of the network, then you will get something from the network as well. So again, the other important thing is we have to be a very strong connector. I have to be very a good connector, within the network. And again, I have to make a personal commitment. So if I exhibit a personal commitment, I can create a wonderful network. That network will pay off in my professional development. Thank you.
Thank you, Buba. Thank you very much. Nicola, we had somebody else?
Yep, did you want
Yes,
hello,
please.
Peter?
Not me.
Yes.
Hello. And if anyone else wants to share, feel free to raise your hand and we'll come to you afterwards.
Peter?
Hello, Peter.
No, not me at least. Maybe another Peter.
You don't have anything to share?
No. I've done that already, Nicole.
Okay, good.
Okay. We have Esna back, so we'll go over to her.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, Esna.
Hello, Esna.
Yes, hello, this is Esna from Zambia. Can you get me?
Yes, we can. It's difficult
can
to
hear
hear,
you.
but go ahead, proceed.
All right, so how we can invest in the network and in our community is by identifying where the need is and be willing to go an extra mile to teach somebody either the skill or share the information in whichever area a person may be lacking or among the members of the network.
Okay, Esna, it's difficult to hear you, but thank you very much for your contribution. Maybe I will proceed with the next. Shall I proceed with the next topic or?
Yes, you can.
Yes, thank you, Esna.
Thank you, Esna. Thank you, Nicola. So I will proceed with the next slide, and we are going to see now how to invest in society. It's a difficult question, I know. And we switch now to the third topic, the third step. And how can I invest in my society?
Yeah, would anyone like to share a response?
I think Peter.
Yeah, hello, Peter.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you, Nicole. When you talk of society, I'm looking at the aspect of participation in society activities, especially in communities where we live. There could be a number of things going on in that community. It is only when you as an individual, you can take part and play in your community that your value can be recognized. And then also you have the feeling that you are contributing to your society. You can take an example, like during now in this pandemic, we've had lockdowns in different communities. Back home here, we've got challenges of students not going to school. People are totally lost, okay? Now, if I'm a teacher, I can offer a service of teaching the students within my community. In there, I'll be investing in my society. If I'm a doctor, I can offer medical services. So I look at the aspect of participation in the community activities as one route to investing in a society.
Okay, thank you very much, Peter. We'll just go over to George. Hello, George.
George, can we hear you?
Do you hear me now?
Yes, we hear you, George.
Okay.
I'm very interested, but don't be too long. Be short and concise.
Of course. So 2 points. How to invest in society. John F. Kennedy said, don't always ask, what can the government give me, make for me? Do also say, what can I give to the government, to the country, to the community? An example, just keep your surroundings clear around your place where you live. When everybody does so, the city, the village is clean. Second point, on a larger scale, it is important to invest in what happens in the country. Example, Luxembourg wanted to build a nuclear power plant, a nuclear energy plant in the 70s. And I was one of the first who joined a group to resist against. And in the end, we succeeded. We have no nuclear energy in Luxembourg, and Europe will leave that kind of energy, not in all countries yet, but more and more. That's my contribution to the chapter Invest in Society.
Thank you very much, George. And I'm sure we will continue the discussion on other occasions.
Right. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, George. Back over to you, Doctor.
Yes, do we have anybody else?
We have Abib
Yes, please.
and Eric. We'll see which one.
Okay, now I have changed my name. It is from Galaxy to Ababa.
Very good, Bua. Very good.
Yeah, so it is in simple answer. When I invest in society, I have to start on what they know and build on what they have. I'm not going to start from the scratch. I have to believe the society have a lot of cultures, wisdoms, a lot of resources. I have to build on what they have, and I have to start on what they know. This will be the best foundation for me if I want to make a difference by investing in a society.
Can you say that again, Buba, please?
Yeah,
Just
I think
because I have a problem, I need to understand what you are saying. So please
for example,
repeat.
if you want to make
A
an
change, yes.
change in the community,
Yeah.
you have something contributes, and at the same time you have something to learn from the community. When you are investing, it doesn't mean that nothing is happening in the community. There are a lot of resources, a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdoms. You have to acknowledge that wisdoms, that resources. So if you want to make a change, if you consider yourself as a game changer, you have to start on what the community knows. That means
I see now. Yeah. Yeah.
undermine what the community possess. That means you have to build on what they know. They have something, a lot of things, build on that. And if they want to make a difference, start on what they know. If you build on what they have, and if you start on what they know, definitely you will ensure long-lasting sustainability. Your investment make a bigger change. That is what I would like to say.
This is very interesting. It sounds so simple, but I think it is very difficult to realize in reality.
Yes, it's a bit difficult, but it is doable. I have been working in the remote part of Ethiopia for several years. So there is an incident which I have started to make a change. I'm considered as a change agent, but I was not accepted by the community because I undermined their resources. But I learned from that incident, and I started to acknowledge what is the community process, and that gave me an opportunity to learn from them, and that gave me a good foundation to invest what I know for the betterment of the community. In the reality, it seems difficult, but if you go deep dive, definitely you might have the chance to see what is the best way of investing in the community.
Yeah. Very interesting contribution, Buba. Thank you very much. Because can you make another example? Do you have another example, maybe?
One second, let me just turn his mic back on.
Okay, good. I was professionally, I'm from the health sector, but I'm considering health as an entry point for development. So when I'm starting working with a remote part of the Ethiopian community, there is an incident. I was chased by the community because at that time, when I say investment, I went to the community with expert mind setup. That means I know better than they, So definitely, if you go with an expert mentality, an expert mind setup, no one will accept you. Then what I did, I understand what is the wisdom. I have found a kind of people called positive deviant. Positive deviant means there are a number of people in society who are sharing the same culture, norms, but they are living differently. So I started them as an entry point. So they fed me what are the culture seems, what it looks like, what are the knowledge. And definitely by understanding that things, I have made a big change, particularly in the immunization program, particularly in a reproductive health program, because my program was not accepted at the beginning because I went to them with a expert mentality, expert mindset up. But finally, they told me, look, this and that's what we have. Why don't you start from what we know? So by having that thing is, I managed it from 1% of, for example, the immunization coverage to, 60, 70% within the 2 years period of time, just by investing what they have.
This is wonderful experience, really, really incredible. Would solve a lot of, I'm sure would solve a lot of problems if people would indeed, stick to this advice. Yeah. Thank you. Do we have anybody else?
Yes, thank you. I think we'll move on and we can do some questions and answers at the end when we've got a bit more time.
Yeah. We have 20 more minutes, but I can share also what my little sharing is. So give back to society in line with your values, always about values, and involve yourself in organizations that work to improve society, as we heard before. Then also to attend religious services or sport clubs or political events. So these are my contributions to how to invest in society. And then I would like to share some references, some authors, some books that I really treasure. And then we have time for more discussion and questions and answers. So I really like this book, Who Moved My Cheese, from Johnson. It's about change. And I also like very much about, these are the LinkedIn founders, Hoffman and Kasnocha, The Startup of You. Very good book as well. So I really can recommend reading it. And The Startup of You is the competitive advantage, the opportunities, the planning, the intelligent risk, the professional network, and the network intelligence. And then another very famous book that I also treasure is from Kotter and Ratgeber, Our Iceberg is Melting. Very nice to read, and it's about change. And the last book I would like to recommend is an older one. It's already from 1989, but things have not really changed. So listen to your body and love yourself. So I see, and then I would like to thank you, but we have 16 minutes more. So it would be nice to have people discuss. So, Nicola.
So George has raised his hand. Hello,
Yes,
George.
please, George.
And if anyone else wants to raise their hands with any questions or to participate, let me know. Hello, George.
Yes, I am here. Yes, at the beginning, I didn't tell anything about invest into yourself. I have a topic, invest in yourself, and in the same time in the community. And the best thing for us is to laugh and to love, to laugh. Laughing is so important. I one day participated, or twice even, in laughing yoga.
Mm-hmm.
It is incredible how fine, how much it brings you. I had 1 hour of laughing, and that brought me 1 whole week of being a different person. I had a different face. When I went outside, I met people who said hello, but I didn't know them. So just by looking me, and they found, oh, that's a nice guy, let's say hello. And now what I want to do is to learn to be a love yoga teacher. That way I learn many other people, and I can make people happy. It is so important. That is one other message I would like to share with you and encourage you. Laugh, 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 and laugh about yourself. Then you can laugh about others, and others laugh with you. Thank you.
And I'm very much looking forward to see you as a love yoga teacher. That will be a wonderful experience, and I hope you will share it. Maybe we can organize a webinar, UNICAF webinar about laughing.
Yes, that sounds great. Thank you very much, George. I'm just going to read you one of the answers we had from Dorothy.
I see Abebe from Ethiopia. I need to have him talk, Abebe, absolutely.
Yep, I'll just read you Dorothy's response. Dorothy said, by actively participating in activities that positively impact the communities that we live in. So, for example, planting trees, food reliefs, and food reliefs to the disadvantaged. Thank you for your comment, Dorothy. You want to go back over to Abibi?
Yes, please.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much again. I think, I don't know whether it is a proverb from someone but there is one saying: if you want to change the world, you have to change you first. So that means if you want to see the bigger picture, first of all, you have to be a person that you are honest to yourself. What are your strengths? What are your limitations? So if you are honest yourself, if you are authentic, definitely you are creating an opportunity to grow yourself, to invest in yourself. Unless otherwise you are dare enough to invest in yourself, you can't change the world or you can't change the society. So if you want to make change in a network, if you want to make change in the society, the foundation is what you are investing on yourself. Because if you want to invest in yourself, it has a ripple effect. Whatever you are doing internal, that has a ripple effect as you are going forward to invest the community, to invest in a network. So my message is the basic foundation in order to invest and change in your network, in your society. First of all, you have to invest, you have to change yourself. So that is the most important thing, which I would like to underline based on what we have presented to us, Dr. Ursula.
Thank you very much, Abibe. This is really interesting. Yeah, because if yourself are not positive, if you are not knowledgeable, if you are not trustfully, then how can you make people around you be that? So yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Abibe. Do you want to add something else, or is it okay?
I think one thing, you know, just you mentioned one important thing, Dr. Ursula. You can influence others or you inspire by others, not because of your charisma. It's because of your wholeness, yourself. Sometimes we are attempting to inspire, to change our people by showing our charisma. The charisma is the out part of your presence, but the most important thing is your internal presence, your wholeness. You know, that is the basic if you want to make a change, because sometimes people are, you know, afraid of sometimes people are, you know, trying to influence or to inspire their community because of they feel their charisma, because of their position, because of their wealth. Sometimes that doesn't make a difference. That doesn't make a change. What make a change is your wholeness, yourself. You know, people are judging by who you are, not how you are looks like. So that is which I would like to add.
Very interesting. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed.
Yes, thank you very much for your contribution. We shall now go over to Anderson. Hello, Anderson.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. So just quick two things. I remember a doctor mentioned over two things about when we were talking about how do you invest in your community, in your society? So there are two things that Dr. mentioned about investing, participating in our politics, day-to-day politics going on, and then also in sports as well. So if you could allow me to give an example from where I come from, there isn't so much, sports facilities. In as much as I know that we only have one, but my question is always who has access to that? And then how is it run? Talking about politics, I think it depends which country do you come from, if you would allow me to speak like that. So I think there are some certain things that we, at times, personally, I always try to distance myself. One, it being, politics. And then, so by the end of the day, is how do those things make available to you for you to get access to them? And then what kind of help do you have? Because sometimes we might have facilities and then you have the zeal to go and then to have access to all these things, but how easy are they made for you to get access to them? Thank you.
It is indeed very difficult sometimes to access, because, a lot of factors. Thank you very much for your contribution. Nicola, do we have somebody else?
Yes, thank you, Anderson. We will just go over to Ahmed. Ahmed, hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, and first I would like to appreciate this good presentation, and also I wanted to ask you by the facilitator, Dr. Zura, and you focused on the positive side is in these 3 steps. Apart from that, you said you can refer this reference book is. Therefore, my question is, there is a barriers, there is a challenges, there is a social challenges, there is a traditional, and it's possible that the person do not get or receive any opportunity to invest in his or herself. So I would like to ask you if there are any specific skills that you can challenge or you can deal with in order to invest yourself to then to your network and then to the community. That means I wanted to know more about the negative sides. What are the negative sides? If there are more negative sides, you must focus your presentation in the positive sides. And my question is concerned about the negative sides. When there is a barrier, how can we overcome these barriers?
Yes, thank you very much for that interesting question. And exactly, there is always negative side as soon as you break new grounds. When you already walked ways and paths, it is easy. But if you do something that others didn't do before, there is always difficulty. But I still encourage people to do so. And these difficulties that you mention, they might be as manifold as the world is. So yeah, that's true. Now we have a lot of hands risen. That's great. That's good. It animates the discussion. Thank you, Ahmed, for this very good question. Now we have good animation. We have only 5 more minutes. Huh? So maybe
Yes.
Eric, we didn't hear from Eric yet. So
We'll just go over to Peter.
Oh, Peter, yes.
And then
Yes, thank you, Doctor. As the discussion was going on, it was kind of agitating me. When I look at these 3 circles, invest in your network, invest in yourself, invest in society, something comes up in my mind, and I'm reasoning this from my professional background as a salesperson. I tend to think that all these investments are courtesy of a response to a gap or a need in a society, in yourself, or in the network. So I tend to think that we need to first of all carry out a needs assessment, try to understand what is lacking wherever we want to be, we want to invest, and then take it up there. This is in response to the gentleman from Ethiopia who said that at first he was denied, the community denied him by virtue of him coming in with his own perception before taking a needs assessment to understand what was the gap.
Excellent remark. Excellent. Thank you so much. That was really, really, really interesting. Yes. What is lacking? What do we miss? Nicola, can we hear somebody? Thank you.
hello, Eric.
Hello.
Hello, Eric.
Yeah, good afternoon, Dr. Ursula. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, I do have some questions, but it's basically challenges.
Keep it short. You have 3 minutes.
Yeah, I'm going to speak about challenges. We all would love to invest in ourselves and develop ourselves, but sometimes we have challenges such as financial restrictions, personality restrictions, and so on and so forth. So how do we conquer those? How do we get past this in order to improve ourselves? Because some of the areas we find ourselves in, there are certain restrictions that prevent us from doing certain things. Sometimes the third world countries will find it really hard to create capital to help invest ourselves and in ourselves and all of that. By the way, I'm calling from Nigeria. I'm participating from Nigeria. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Eric. Yeah, I mean, that is what I tried to say in the beginning. It's to how can we overcome the financial and the personal difficulties? By talking about these things with friends. Start thinking about it. Just get it started. Start thinking about it. Talk about it with friends. Get answers to your questions. And then go ahead and think about how could you realize it? How could you put it into reality despite the challenges? We have 3 minutes to go. Do we have somebody else who wants to talk, Nicola?
We can just go over to Dennis.
Thank you. A quick comment.
Dennis.
Hi, thank you so much for the opportunity. A quick comment on what Anderson said. In as much as politics can be a challenge, I am sure that there are so many initiatives that the government supports, despite of the government being seen as oppressive, quote unquote. So that is why we even have some war-prone countries, those countries which are prone to war or which have political conflicts, but within those countries, you'll find some NGOs which have been given a chance to do what they can be able to do. So as long as there are needs that the government is unable to meet, and you can be there to offer those needs, I think you can be given that chance. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We have 1 minute to go, so maybe we would like to sum it up. And thank you very much for being here today. We will be offering other webinars in the future, so be with us and be curious for next topics. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. I'm very much honored. And thank you, Nicola. Thank you, Unicaf.
Yes, thank you very much for your wonderful presentation, and thank you to everyone who attended and to everyone who participated. It's been a wonderful webinar, and enjoy the rest of your days. Thank you again, Dr. Rusla.
Goodbye.
Bye.